Yeah, hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chandan Sudeep, and this is an important video series which I have prepared mainly for the exam aspirants who are going to take exam in 2026. So this is an important video as well, and you can see this is the 11th video I have prepared. Last 10 video I have mainly prepared for the exam aspirants who are going to register for the exam. So what the steps required to register, what kind of documents you have to register, and how to register for the exam. Those kind of content I have prepared and information I shared on those videos. You can go through the video in the channel itself. I have uploaded all those videos. You can go through them, understand the process if not yet registered for the exam. Now, suppose if you have already registered for the exam, then the next step starts to read the books. Which books you have to read already I have also mentioned in the channel in the video last videos, friends. So which books you have to read is something you have to understand. So by BEE there are 4 books for the energy manager exam as well for the energy auditor exam. Basically for the energy manager exam we have 3 books, and for the energy auditor exam we have 4 books. So you have to read all the 4 books which have been given by the BEE. It's already available online, and also BEE will send you these books at your address. Now the important factor is how to read these books. So this is an important video where I have literally mentioned 6 steps, 6 useful steps to read BEE guidebooks effectively. And I've tried to explain you very layman language, step by step method to read books, because if you do not read books properly, so you'll not be able to clear the exam, right? So most students, what I see is they read books, they read the guidebooks in the wrong way, and that's the reason they waste the months, they waste time, and literally they struggle during the examination, right? So you have to think very proactively how to read the books, how to effectively read the guidebooks given by BEE, and what books, extra books required to read, which I'll deal in another video, or maybe going forward I'll let you know if any other books required. For the time being, only the 4 books are required which have been given by BEE, friends. So let's start the video, this video, to understand how to read the books effectively, friends. So the question is why guidebook reading matters, right? Why you should read the books given by BEE. 70 to 80% of exam questions come directly from guidebooks. You need not think to read other books, right? The guidebooks, I'm talking about the 4 books given by BEE. 70 to 80% exam, be it numerical type questions, be it descriptive type questions, be it short, small type questions, whatever. All these kind of questions will be coming from the guidebooks itself, friends, right? So the question is why you should read the guidebooks, because to clear the concepts. Questions will be within the books, but you have to know or clear the concepts, right? Otherwise, you will not be able to solve the problems or solve the numericals, right? So concepts can be built only by reading the book number of times. Keep on reading the books once, twice, thrice, and go on reading the books. The more you read, the more concepts will be clear, friends. So BEE accepts application, not memorization, right? BEE doesn't want you to memorize the formulas, memorize the book itself. It wants you to understand the concept and apply the concept in any numericals or any descriptive questions or short questions, friend. How you apply, how you understand the concept, that is important, friends. So guidebooks are like mini textbooks for you. Read the guidebooks. That's the reason why guidebook reading matters, friends. Now, just reading the guidebooks will not be enough for you, because you have to understand the structure of each guidebook, right? Structure, when I say structure, means what are the concepts in the chapters, right? There are different chapters within the book. So which chapters are important for you to understand where most of the questions comes in, right? Again, within the chapter, what are the different concepts you have to understand, right? Or which are the definitions you should know, which are the formulas which are important and applicable, how it is applicable, those things you have to understand. The case studies, suppose if any case study is there, and because even in the BEE exam, a kind of questions will come on case studies, right? Case study based numerical questions, right? So those things also has to be understood by you. So understanding the structure of each book means what kind of concepts are there, right? What are the important formulas in the chapters, right? Which kind of numericals are coming or have come in the previous exams, right? what kind of case study based questions can come in the exam, right? Which, like for example, boilers, motors, HVAC can be important parts of the chapter or important chapters within the book, friends. So this is an important information which I want to share with you, because you have to understand the structure of each guidebook and the important chapters within the book, right? So step 2 will be the 3-layer reading method, which I had thought of explaining you. Uh, Layer 1 will be skim reading day 1 to 2. This means you should read not deep dive. High level reading is important to understand the basic concepts, right, of the chapters within the book, right? Like example, important formulas. You can highlight the tables, you can highlight the formulas once you start reading. So it won't be in one go. You have to keep on reading number of times the chapters, right? Let's say you started chapter 1 of book 1. So you have to read all those important information being shared within the book. The diagrams you can highlight, tick, mark them, highlight the tables, right? You can read the headings itself. Need not deep dive too much in understanding the concepts initially. You can just read the headings, right? Layer 2 will be deep dive reading. So first of all, you start reading high level chapters, understanding what kind of things are given or mentioned within the chapter, right? Then slowly, once you have a bit of understanding about the chapter, slowly you can go deep dive, understanding each and every concept, because the questions will be coming with the concept itself, right? It's not like it will be very easy based questions. There will be some easy based questions which I'm going to explain you in more detail in the coming videos, but there will be conceptual based questions also for you, right? So you have to understand the important concepts within the chapter of each of the books. You have to frame the notes also, right, where you write all the formulas, important formulas, right, and you can start reading them again and again, such that it gets, more and more understanding for you, more and more clarity for you, right? So this is layer 2, right? Layer 3 will be application reading. For example, any concept you understood, now how it is applied in the numericals, how it is applied in a case study based question, right? So these all kind of reading you have to understand. So step 2 is layer 1, layer 2, layer 3. Layer 1 will be, that is, high level reading, understanding simple concepts. Then go deep dive. Layer 2, more heavy concepts. And layer 3 will be applying the concepts, right? So this is something you should start building, and a habit of reading the books and chapter within the books, friends. Step 3 will be formula extraction method. So you should write somewhere, keep a book with you, keep copy with you, where you will, for each and every chapter, let's say in electrical, thermal, HVAC, motors, pumps, boilers, lighting, refrigeration. So whatever chapters you go through or the concepts you go through, start noting the formulas given, right, in somewhere. And these formulas, once you start noting them, slowly you will get understanding of the formulas, and then you'll apply the formulas in the numericals, friends, or short answer question, because nowadays even the short questions contains a bit of numericals, right? And long questions will also contain the numericals. So you have to understand how the concepts, how the formulas are applied within the numericals or within the short questions, within long type questions, friends. So these something you have to note down. Start writing the formula in a copy somewhere, or guidebook somewhere. Okay. Then diagram based learning. So there are also questions where BW will give you a bit of diagram and ask you diagram based questions. For example, motor efficiency curve, psychometric chart, efficiency cycle. So either it will ask, the BW will ask you to create a diagram and then answer the questions, or it will give you the diagram which will be incomplete and will ask you to complete the diagram, or there will be diagram and from the diagram they'll ask you questions, different questions, short type questions or long type questions. So you have to understand the diagram. You need not skip the diagram, friends, right? So you have to note down the important diagram somewhere and start practicing understanding the concept within the diagram, friends. Step 5 will be chapter wise weighted strategy. So you have to strategize how and which chapters are important for you. You need not start reading all the chapters at one go. You have to understand, I'll also deal with all these things in the coming videos, where I'll guide you which component of the chapter is important and which chapters are important as per the BW previous examinations, which you should focus more on, considering the kind of questions coming in the exam, right? So this is something an important point you need to understand. The weightage, where you have to give more weightage, which kind of chapters you have to give more weightage within the book, and which chapters you can give less weightage within the book. So this is something an important point which I wanted to discuss, and you should start practicing this, because this is something you have to start from initial stage, right? And then you can slowly build up your knowledge, understanding of the concepts, and you can give more weightage to the those chapters where more questions come in the exam, right? So make notes while reading. That's what I said. When you read the chapters, keep a copy with yourself and start making the notes. Either you can digitally, I mean, you can keep the notes within the laptop, or you can also write it down somewhere. I prefer to write it down somewhere such that you can go through them whenever you get time. Even if you are in office or you're working, you can go through the notebook, right? So in the notebook, you can start noting down the key pointers, key highlighters, key questions, or maybe key concepts which you go through when you go through chapters you come across. Start highlighting them within the book, within the chapter. Also, you can start noting down the key pointers in the notebook that you have prepared, such that it will make you more and more, helping you understanding and getting clarity with the concepts, right? So this is something I wanted you to understand, why making notes while reading the chapters is important, friends. So I hope the content which I have prepared today is useful to you. You have started preparing, or you are going to prepare for the exam 2026, and this is something, a basic concept which I wanted to give you, because if you do not start reading the books, if you do not start reading the chapters, you will not understand the key areas, key concepts which is important for you to understand, to highlight, such that you can get prepared after 2 or 3 months when the exam is there, right? So do not wait for the last hour. Slowly you can start reading the chapters one by one and making notes of the important things which are shared within the video friend today. You can comment a guidebook in the comment section if you want me to create chapter wise study notes, which I am thinking about, but do let me know. Please comment in the comment box, friends, if you literally want me to prepare more concise or maybe more comprehensive kind of uh, content for you, chapter wise study notes for you, which will help you to keep it or maybe helpful for you to prepare for the exam, friends. Do comment a guidebook within the comment section, friends. This will motivate me to prepare notes, study notes for you for the exam, friends. And thank you for watching the video. I hope the content was useful for you. Do follow me for more updates and guidance on BEE exam 2026, because I'm going to prepare a lot of videos on each chapter, different concepts, formulas, important numericals, right, which are going to come in the exam or which have come into the exam previously. So these videos will be helpful for you. Please follow me on LinkedIn if you want to. I'll drop the link in the description below. You can email me with your queries, thoughts, whatever inputs you have, whatever suggestions, if you have any, you can email me, you can connect with me, friends. Do like the video, do share the video with your colleagues, friends. If you think this video or this series of video which I'm preparing is also useful for those candidates, right? Do subscribe channel if you're new to the channel, friend, because subscription will help me to motivate me to prepare more content for you, more useful video for you, for friends. So do subscribe channel, and thanks for watching the video. See you in the next video. Until then, take care of yourself and keep learning, friends. I'll see you in the next video, friends. Thank you. Bye bye.